fantastic. Yeah, we're just talking about the weather situation there. You're saying it's quite chilly there in Durban today.
Yeah, no, it's extremely chilly. I think everyone in Durban will definitely agree with me today.
Yeah, no, I don't trust you. I don't believe you. I've been to Durban. When you guys say it's cold, it's never really cold. I'm sure the Joe Burgers can go down there, wear like sleeveless shirts, and you guys would say it's still cold. But anyway, let's move away from that. Ange, last week we've had quite a few winners in terms of the super numbers and in terms of sports. We didn't see the six-figure numbers or the seven-figure millionaires last weekend, but we did see quite a bit of life-changing wins. Let's start with the sports, because that's our favorite, and I want us to chat more about what happened this weekend in the world of sports. But let's talk about the three biggest winners from last weekend on the Supabets website. Ange, let's start off with number 3.
Yeah, sure, chaps. Okay, in the third position in our football market, of course, this was with the both teams to score. The person had a stake of 690 rand, and they picked up 16,470.
Both teams to score. That is basically, as the name suggests, as the market suggests, that both teams were going to score. It doesn't matter how many goals they scored, as long as both of them scored, correct?
Yeah, correct, tips. Doesn't matter how many goals, as long as both teams got a goal in it, then yeah, that's it.
Guys, congratulations to our third biggest win this weekend. Both teams to score. That's definitely a market that you can go and look out for, not just the home drawn away, but both teams to score. 690 Rand stake, walking away with 16,470 Rand. Guys, that's a whole month's salary right there. Congratulations to number 3. Second biggest winner, Ange.
Our second biggest winner, again, football. This was just for the halftime result.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if it was multiple games, but it was in the halftime market.
Yeah.
And this was with a stake of 200 Rand only, and they picked up 41,038 Rand.
It's quite a complicated market to predict because and especially this one, because it was the halftime result, so they had to go for the specific how many goals the home team scored and the away team scored. But for our winner here, 200 Rand to convert that to 41,000 Rand, that's quite a lot of money to be won there, Ange, but we don't see a lot of people placing a bet on the halftime market specifically.
I'm sure that you do get some of the guys that, our prominent punters, shall I say, who, more immersed with the football, and, they feel the specific result is going to happen in the first half, like, teams that get early goals or so. And, so for those guys, I think they're the ones that played more. And you know what, with this particular person, I mean, they just had a stake of 200 and they picked up 41K.
41,000 Rand in your bank wallet, guys. Imagine, that's a lot of money. That's almost 2, 3, 4 months salary right there. Congratulations. Angelino, number 1, who was our biggest winner in the sports betting on Supabets?
Yeah, and our biggest winner in the sport, football again. This was in our normal 1x2 market.
Yeah.
A big stake, 1,000 Rand stake.
Yeah.
But this person has picked up 68,721 Rand.
No doubt this was a multi-bet, but they got all the predictions correctly, turning 1,000 Rand into 68,000 Rand. That's a lot of money, Ange, to be placing a bet on. This was a high roller, not just your typical punter.
Oh, it seems like it, but as you say that it could be a multiple bet. It could be just like 3 legs, and maybe went with all 3 away results, and something of that sort. A stake of 1,000 Rand, so he did put up a brave stake, and he's not. His winnings aren't that bad. 68,000.
Yeah, no, congratulations to all 3 of our winners, with the biggest win this weekend coming from a soccer multi-bet, coming from the main market, home draw and away, winning 68,000 50,000 rand. Edge, let's go to our super numbers because that's where we see a lot of big wins, but just small stakes like your 20 rands, 10 rands. Shock me this time. Who were our three biggest winners on super numbers? Let's start with number 3.
Okay, Tibbs, what's not a shock is the market share, because that's our UK 49 market, as we know how popular it is. 3 balls and a bonus stake of only 10 rand. This person has picked up 55,292.
Yes. I don't know what you must do. I don't know what kind of breakfast you must be having to be able to win so much money on the UK 49. A 10 rand bet, guys. Take this into consideration. 10 rand bet. 10 rand is what you maybe have in your pocket right now. It's sitting in your car somewhere. This person turned 10 rand into 55,000 rand. Super numbers is where it's at, guys. Go to your lotteries. Go place bets there. And second biggest winner on the super numbers. Who was that?
Second biggest winner, again, our UK 49 market. 3 balls bonus. This person just put in 14 rand, a stake of 14 rand, and they picked up 65,000.
Guys, another UK 49 big win. Last week, Ange, we had our Supabets branch from Kempton Park managers, and they joined us in studio, and all they kept talking about was how much people love the UK 49. Clearly, it's a favorite amongst our super bettors out there, and if you haven't started placing bets on UK 49, you better start doing that right now. SMS Supa TV to 30978 because we could be talking about you next week. Ange, who was our biggest winner in the super numbers on Supabets?
Okay, Tibbs, as much as the UK 49 is our popular market, the biggest winner in the super numbers last week was in the US Mega Millions. This was 2 balls and a bonus, a stake of 20 rand only, and the individual picked up 84,020 rand.
No, Ange. Oh, wait. Let's go back. UK 49. We've seen winners get 3 balls and a bonus ball, get 4 balls and a bonus ball. This is US Mega Millions. This person only got 2 balls and a bonus ball for 20 rand, and they walked away with 84,000 rand. So, Ange, basically just getting 2 balls on US Mega Millions can make you quite a bit of money there.
Exactly. It's so simple, Tibbs. It's so simple, and these stakes are absolutely ridiculous. It's I know you and I are doing something wrong here.
No, we're definitely doing something wrong, Ange. We need to have a consultation session, just you and me, so that we can strategize how we can win. US Mega Million, and the thing is about US Mega Million, it's not a daily lottery. It's a lottery that takes place like once or twice a week, somewhere there. So for this person to have gotten 2 numbers and a bonus ball and won over 80,000 from a 20 rand bet, guys, go check out US Mega Millions. We've said this before, but also the big one, UK 49. Go try your luck, and let's see if we are talking about you next week. Ange, thank you so much for those big wins on the super numbers and the sports. Let's talk about what happened last week, man, in the world of soccer. I want to start off with the game that's closest to your heart. UEFA Europa League final, Villarreal, Manchester United. What happened in that game, Ange? I mean, I'm sorry. I feel bad for you because Ange is a Manchester United fan, guys, and his team did not do him justice on the day. What happened?
There's no excuses. There's excuses. United entered this game as the favorites, out and out favorites. I mean, price in Villarreal was as close to like 4-1 or so, and even on paper, and it was all there for United to turn up and win the game. However, people, they disregarded Villarreal as well. The guys, they had the tournament's top scorer, they had the tournament's top assist there. So they're a good team. And apart from that, they Unai Emery, the former Arsenal boss. He is the man at the helm there, and he's won this. He had won 3 times out of 4 finals prior to this, and so Villarreal, they had a game plan.
Yeah,
They stuck to it. They tried to be a bit more on the defensive side because they knew that if they had to be all offensive and go open, United were going to tear into them, counter attack. However, I have to admit, the Red Devils didn't turn up. They didn't turn up. There's been a lot of criticism towards Ole Gunnar for not making a substitute during the 90 minutes. But look, it was, Emery, his tactics played off well. They gambled, they got the goal. It was a good equalizer from Cavani. I mean, he's just been a revelation. So, it's something there was a positive, from that game. And the game went into the extra time. Solskjaer sent in some substitutes, but of course that was also looking at, some, shall I say, some penalty takers that were going to be comfortable. Because as we know how the shootouts are lottery, you don't know what's going to go down. And it so happened that this shootout here had to... Nobody missed apart from, David Gea is one of the best goalkeepers in the world. He's been such an amazing goalkeeper over this decade. And it was just, it was heartbreaking, but it's one of the things of sport, I don't believe that United deserve to win because in the manner that they played, they were so much better. And all I can do is just credit Villarreal and Unai Emery for getting his 4th Europa crown.
I need to ask though, now that, firstly, when you said that the odds were in the favor of Man United from the kickoff, right? 4-1 was the odd against for Villarreal. It's interesting that the odds were in a high favor to Manchester United, considering that the last 4 encounters between these two teams actually ended off as goalless draws. Like, all 4 of the encounters were goalless draws. So I was surprised that the bookies had said, Manchester United were actually the favorites. Would you not have thought that closer to the game, they should have been a lot more equal in terms of the odds based on the previous encounters?
Well, if everyone can remember our little chat that we had last week as well, I did tell you that as much as United were like, I think, 8 to 10 before kickoff. Of course, I would go with United for a victory, but judging from the 4 goalless encounters, there's like a pattern here, and the price on a draw was about 4-1 as well. And I did mention, you can go with the scoring draw in 90 minutes. So that was what the result was. And but the reason why United were favourites at 8-10 was because of their squad, their team. The form that they were in. You couldn't discount them as not being favourite, and Villarreal were happy with the underdog tag going into this with little pressure. However, Red Devils didn't turn up, and well done to Villarreal.
What's next for Manchester United and Ole Gunnar, in your opinion? What's next for them?
It seems that Solskjaer's job is safe. There's going to be a new deal offered to him.
Okay.
And hopefully, with all the drama that's going on, look, people are still, with the whole Glazer movement of getting them. But the owners will have to do some damage control, and they are expected to hand Ole a good transfer chest. And it looks like maybe this time around, Jadon Sancho will, or he should be coming to Old Trafford. And there's lots of talk as well about maybe a possible return of the big man CR7 in the Pogba swap. But those are all stories that are just floating about now. But with the window being open now, we're going to see a lot of action in the transfer market, and hopefully we see that from United.
Well, let's move over then to the big final that took place. Also, another final that's Chelsea at Manchester United. I would love to hear your take on this one because I lost a bit of money there, Ange. I'm not gonna lie. All right, and as I was watching that game, so disappointed because for me, I'm not a big football fan in terms of watching and analyzing it, but the way that Manchester City were playing on the day, man, was. It did not even compare to the other games I've seen them play because they look like a second division, like a B team of their own. It didn't seem like the Manchester City that I have come to know or have seen. And also, the starting lineup for me was a bit interesting considering that he started with Sterling over there, who hadn't played in quite a few games. What was your take on Saturday's final?
Well, Tibbs, firstly, I was a bit happy with the Chelsea win, I must say.
Okay.
And this is Man City, and if it wasn't United, then I'm just glad it isn't City.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what? However, Pep Guardiola, he just overthought this a bit too much. He thought that maybe going in too attacking by bringing the likes of Sterling, Phil Foden, his front batch of players will have so much of creativity in them that they would be able to overpower Chelsea. Considering that the Blues had beaten them in their previous two meetings.
Yeah.
So still, given the form that the way City went on this season to win their domestic title, they were always going to be seen as the favorites. And Pep Pep is arguably the best manager at the moment. It shows that you can make mistakes. His team selection, by not going with his bread and butter, tried and tested, Fernandinho with Rodri in that midfield. It was a gamble, but this is what great managers do. You gotta go, and you are in charge. You make the call, and he went down this way. However, it did backfire because look, Chelsea have got some great players up front there, quick, pacey players, and in that first half they were completely run over. And if Timo Werner had his scoring boots on, it would have been crazy in the first half for City. They would have been slapped away. But Kai Havertz did get a brilliant goal snuck in there, and that just happened to be the elusive winner. And you can't take away the credit from Thomas Tuchel. He's coming there. He's taken over. He's taken over after Frank Lampard. And look, he's done well. He's done well on the domestic front. He got them to the final. He didn't do anything rash. He stuck to his. He stuck to his normal players. I mean, he went with Kante, Jorginho. N'Golo Kante was just amazing on the as well. I mean, he put on a performance of note. And everyone were hoping that, things could fall in as, Aguero was on his way out of the club. And hoping that, this was going to be the year. But that's the story with football. You can have such quality, and this is Man City we're talking about. It's not any of the smaller clubs, shall I say. I mean, this is City. That's why they were the favorites for this game. But Chelsea just got their goal. Havertz with a good goal there, and it was enough to claim the crown.
Well, it was unfortunate for Sergio Aguero to not get that crown and for Manchester City to not get that elite title, but a second win there for Chelsea. So big congratulations to all you Blues fans out there. It was a spectacle to watch, and it was beautiful to watch Timo Werner, to watch Kante. They were playing brilliant football on the day. So many chances that they missed out on. I think that scoreline could have been an easy 3-0. The way I was watching it, they were playing some brilliant football. But anyway, let's move over to some local news. Gavin Hunt got sacked. Ange, I hear Stuart Baxter's coming back. Yeah, what's happening there in Kaizer Chiefs land?
Tibbs, from the start, Gavin is such an awesome manager. I think everyone's going to agree with us. And they had a rough start. Going back to all our conversations we've had, there hasn't been much to enjoy from Chiefs this season. And look, unfortunately, I hate this whole sacking of managers. It makes no sense. You got to give a guy, especially a guy with such quality, with the likes of Gavin. To make a rash decisions. But then again, that's for the big bosses to decide. And a loss to Black Leopards. Look, you can't take away the credit from Leopards. They played a good team. But however, the damage was done. It wasn't because of just that result there. With the likes of Chiefs languishing in the second half of the table, they're big club tips. We have to agree on that there. And unfortunately for Gavin, something had to give. He's the man. He's the man at the helm. He's the man in charge, and he's the one that's going to take the fall at the end of the day. You're not going to just go and sack 11 players. This is a common thing. We see this in football. There's such a merry-go-round going with the European bosses at the moment. So, this is Kaizer Chiefs at the end of the day, and something had to be done. So, hopefully with the likes of, I think, Dylan Shepherd is going to be in charge for the interim for the last 2 games. They get they get wins to put some smiles on some of their fans' faces. But it looks like Stuart Baxter is a likely candidate for the job. The last time he was the boss, Chiefs were champions, in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. Mr. Baxter knows how to win with Chiefs. He's out of a job, so it seems like he's going to be back. And also with the lifting of the transfer ban, maybe that's going to help Chiefs with some good signings in this window, and hopefully they can rebuild. And let's hope for that they can come back next season and be the powerhouse that they once were.
Well, we can't wait to see that. And we are unfortunately out of time. Just very quickly, what can we look forward to in terms of promotions on the Supabets website this week?
Tibbs, as always, our rugby early betting promo is still on the go. Our Super Group pool for the Euros are open, so guys, please come and join us there. We've got those 5,000 Rand yellow cap promo that's going to be running, so that's going to be very interesting. The French Open is on as well, Tibbs. So our viewers at home, we've got the daily giveaways with that day. You've just got to be betting on the games every day. There's midweek PSL action as well. And then we've got the big 25,000 score predictor that's just opened out. So guys, you go get place your minimum bets. There's 6 games there. You just got to choose the correct result from the final match day of the PSL there, and you could walk away with 25,000 But apart from that, there's also some European friendlies, as Euros are going to be kicking off soon. About boxing, there's a Mayweather versus Logan Paul. If you guys are aware of the YouTube fanatic Logan Paul, he's going to be fighting Floyd in. it's going to be an exhibition fight, but who knows what's going to go down there. And just get all of your bets nice and early, and where else but to bet with the biggest share at Supabets.
Angelino, as always, thank you so much for your time.
Cheers, Steps. Have a good evening, brother.
Cheers, guys. That was Angelino Govender, our sports analyst and Supabets representative, just wrapping up what happened this weekend and what to look forward to on the promotions front on the Supabets website. Don't go anywhere. Website tour coming up next. You also have the chance to win big in the world of sports, super numbers, and live games. Bet with the biggest with Angelino.